All right, so truth every single guy or lady must know. This is dedicated to single ladies, single guys, single mom, single, all the singles. Is dedicated to you. Even if it's 3 days to your wedding, it's dedicated to you. The first is, while you're praying for the right person, have the right character. I will come again. While you're praying for the right person, have the right character. Because many times, many people pray the right prayer but do not have the right character. The first thing I want to address in having the right character is this: how do you comment on social media? You might say, what does it matter? It's social media. People talk anyhow, so I have to comment, I have to do. See, you can actually meet the right person that you're praying for on social media. And the person is actually watching out for your posts, watching out for how you comment, watching out for your hashtag. I'm not saying pretend. You can't even pretend. If you pretend for a while, you can't pretend forever. It must be shown. Your character will be revealed. So I'm saying this because you might think that these things don't matter, but it actually does. Because you see, charity begins at home, but it continues on social media. So while it can start in your house, you can carry it to your social media. But it's not about the person who lashed you on social media. It's how you're responding. People are watching, so you need to be careful. How do you comment on social media? How do you post on social media? Then 2, on character. Watch out for what your friends tell you about you. You know, I remember if I got married, my friends would tell me I do not know how to apologize. And I realized that in marriage, my husband began to complain about it. So watch out for those things, those character things, those character review your friends tell you. Don't shut it out, because it can become a problem for you to your partner in marriage. And not just a problem, it can also be a problem for you that you can miss out on a person that seems to be right for you. You may even meet the person that is right, but the person that is right can leave you, even in relationship. Probably that's why you're experiencing heartbreak. Who knows? Don't shun out character review from your friends, from circle of people around you. It's very important to help you for marriage, or help you to stay with who is right for you, to even open your eyes to see who is right for you. Another point on character, on having the right character: be careful how you treat people who do not look like your class. For example, you walk into a company, you walk into a place, and you see a gatekeeper. You're like, it's just a gate person, just a gatekeeper. Or you see an elderly person, you just walk past, you don't greet. Let me tell you something. You don't know who can recommend you for someone else. Because the gatekeeper you disrespect can be the father to your intending husband. That husband that you're praying for your room. Father, give me a prince. Give me a prince. The gatekeeper can be the father to that prince that you're praying for. The gatekeeper can be the father to the princess you are praying for. So you must be careful how you treat people regardless of their class or their stature. Another point on having the right character, please, this is to ladies especially. Don't go for weddings and be dragging for rice. And you're looking for Prince Charming. Please. I mean, have a sense of decorum. I know that you may not have eaten fried rice in a while, basmati, but please do not go and now be dragging for rice, or carry cellophane and you are packing rice. Or you now go to where they are having the servers. You're like, give me this, and you're dragging for those trays. Hey, God, don't embarrass your partner that may be looking at you. Please. These are things. Don't say, I know it doesn't matter. The person should accept me for who you are. My sister, I know that you are beautiful. I know that you're fluent. But you see, that prince, that guy, is looking for a lady who has self-control. Self-control is not only people who are not given to premarital sex, but self-control is one who cannot control their appetite even in public. Please, I know you have not eaten basmati rice in a while. You have not eaten salad. You have not eaten chicken. Please. The fact that you have not eaten doesn't mean that you should not control yourself in public. You don't have to get those drinks if it's not given to you. You don't have to get those rice and pack it in cellophane and start going. And also, to add to this, for those of you who also use cellophane to eat rice on the road and chew gum anyhow, please, if you are praying for a king as a lady, position yourself as a queen. It's very important. Another thing on character, this is for single ladies and guys: know how to use cutleries. It's very important. I'm not saying that you must be used to it, but it's something you should intentionally learn. Because why? You don't know who will become your spouse. Your spouse can be a public figure, and then you are out there and you cannot use cutleries. There are restaurants you go to and the only cutleries they give to you is fork and knife. and you don't know how to. So these are things you need to start learning. And thank God for YouTube. You don't need to go to a paid class. You know, go on YouTube and just type, how can I use fork and knife? And you'll see a lot of videos there. It's something you need to learn, whether you're a lady or you're a guy. So while you pray for the right person, develop the right character for the right person. The second truth every single guy or lady needs to know is attraction is broad. I have seen people who say that, oh, I met this guy or I met this lady and that person is not attractive to me. This is where you miss it. Now, someone may not be attractive to you physically, but there are other aspects. There are other types of attraction. There are other aspects of attraction that you haven't delved into. You haven't opened your heart into. For example, when I met my husband, he was tall but dark. Yeah, I wanted a tall guy, but not dark. Certainly not. I didn't want a dark guy. I didn't want one that didn't speak fluently. I didn't want, just a way that's how I wanted the guy to be built, but my husband didn't have it. You know, of course, I said it before, that I wasn't expecting, but it's okay. You know, so what I'm trying to say in essence is, now, the fact that I didn't like his look, right? I didn't like his lips, you know, and what else again? I didn't like his fluency, but I love that he was an intellect, or he is still an intellect, you know. So every time we hung out, I realized that the way he converses, he was vast. I mean, when he talks, you know, he was very sound. So that was like a flow for me. That was a trip for me. So and I realized that when I opened my heart more towards him, I began to like him. I began to get connected. The chemistry was there, and I was feeling this butterfly in my stomach. So what am I trying to say? See, somebody may not like the person because the person is short, but man, when it comes to the intellectual capacities, the person high up there, it's something you need to look into, so that you don't say no to the right potential simply because the person, you're not physically attracted to the person. There are other parts. You know, another thing I want to say about my husband is I didn't like the fact that he had black lips. In my mind, I'm like, even though that was my friend, I'm like, does he smoke? But I loved the way he walks. Like, this guy he had charisma. Charisma is a form of attraction. I love that when he walks, there's a way he bounces, you know. The guy, he has swag. There's the way he bounces, and then I love his courage when he holds the mic, you know, when he talks. You know, he has this confidence. You realize that confidence is attractive. Confidence is attractive. Have you ever met some persons, they'll tell you, this person is not fine, but man, this girl is confident. Some guys root out for this kind of girls. This girl is socially smart. Gosh, she can just get into anybody and she can have conversations. So these are things you shouldn't shut your mind off. So the person may not have that kind of appearance that looks, you know, appealing to you, but there are other parts of this person's, you know, that can actually be appealing if you open your heart to it. So all I'm just trying to say is that attraction is broad. So open your heart to other aspects that are attractive from this person. Number 3 truth that every single person needs to know is study yourself so you can know your boundaries. I will repeat. I have to repeat this one. It's very sensitive. Study yourself so you can know your boundaries. What do I mean? Listen, don't be so quick to define boundaries when you don't know what you should keep out of bounds. Hey, it's very important. Now, you see, you to study you. What are those things that turn you on as a person? When you understand it, you are able to know what you should fence. Because see, you can have values, but values that are not protected can make you also fall out of values. Can be devalued. When you have values and you don't have boundaries, you are going to feel unprotected and you're going to be misguided. So it's very important that you study you before you rush to create boundaries. What are those things that turn you on? What are those things you really love? For example, are you a gift kind of person? You love gifts. I'm a gift person. So when you consistently accept gifts from the opposite sex, especially when you don't want to have something to do with the person, or when you are not yet sure of your response. Consistently is the word. I'm not saying don't accept gifts at all. But when it's now every time the person has to give you gifts, or too often, too regular, and you have to accept it, that way you may not know when you may fall, or maybe you compromise as against the very things that you do not like as a person. Very important. Are you also the words of affirmation kind of person? So every time that guy sends you a chat, I'm like, oh, you're so beautiful. You know, I love the way you walk. And it comes regularly and you don't like it. You need to put boundaries so that the words don't make you fall out into a wrong word. Gang, 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 gang. See me giving rhymes now. Are you the physical touch kind of person? I need to say this because there are people that when you just shake their hand, they're like, oh, yeah, this current that they can't understand. And finally, they find yourself in the person's bed. Hello. So if you're the physical touch kind of person, I say this every time. See, what is one's boundary may not be your boundary. There are people that are very strict when they are in a relationship. And you know why? Because they know themselves. And it doesn't mean that they are rigid. You need to know you so that you can know what you should keep out of you. So if you're a physical touch kind of person, then you may not want to accept hugs. Hugs, you can say, in this relationship, no hugs. Because many times we talk about boundaries, we hear, oh, don't kiss, don't have sex. But it's beyond that. There are times you may not even need to shake the person. Somebody may be laughing and say, hey, mama, shake again. But it's the truth. What I'm saying in all of this is, know you to know your boundaries. So don't go with, oh, that's person's boundary, or that's what you read in the book, all of that. Beyond books that you have read, beyond the boundaries your friend is keeping, who are you as a person? Know your weakness enough so that you can know what to keep that may fall you. It's very important. Number 4, the 4th truth every single person needs to know is know when to stop chasing a lady. Guys, hear this and hear the truth that will set you free. Know when to stop chasing a lady. Don't mind those ladies that will say, I've not heard from God. 2 years have passed, 3 years have passed. They're still not hearing from God. Hello, brother. Hello. Please, you need to know when it's time for you to stop chasing a lady. I mean, you're a human being, you have feelings. Somebody cannot just hang you there and then tell you, oh, I'm waiting for a response. And you'll be amazed that the lady may just be doing something else. Probably she's in another relationship. Because I kind of always wonder when guys come to meet me in counseling room, I'm like, ma, please, I don't understand. This lady has not said yes. This is like 3 years, 4 years. I'm like, hello, brother. Because it doesn't take God that long to speak. You know the truth. It doesn't. Give yourself time frame where you can come to the point where you're like, oh, I think I've chased this lady enough. There was one guy like this. I really respected this guy. This guy was asking me out. And on one or two occasions, he got me gifts that I loved, right? So, and I told him, I said, see, I am not sure of my response. So allow me the time. By the time I now respond, I told him, I don't think I need a relationship with him, right? Guess what? Do you know, it didn't take him up to 1 month. He stopped all communication. It made me respect him. Like, if he was my kind of guy, like he had the kind of principles I wanted, some things and all of that, because we had discussion, we had conversations, right? I honestly would have said yes, because I loved his maturity. Immediately, he knew what I wanted. He just defined it. He defined the relationship. He defined boundaries. He wasn't calling me like before anymore. But some of you brothers, you'll still be calling. You'll be calling. 3 years. The lady have not. You are still calling. You are still calling. Still calling. Are you that patient? I know love is patience, but my brother, this patience is patienting. Now, I'm not saying it's wrong, but give yourself time so you don't have heart attack that is not necessary. You just welcome it by yourself. You have waited for 3, 4, 5 years. 3 years, this brother is not. I'm not the one to give you the time frame. You should know when to move ahead. I mean, move forward. Somebody cannot be making you recycle, and then you are just there. And also, when the lady has told you no, don't curse the person. Learn when to stop chasing so that you don't start using insults to not chase. Some people use insult to chase. So know when you should stop chasing. Somebody has told you, oh, I don't need this relationship. You are still forcing, you are calling. And before you know, the lady starts being rude to you, starts getting rebellious, and you don't want that. So it is better to know the time frame in your heart when you should stop chasing the person, so that the person doesn't chase you away rudely. I love to have given you guys rhymes to do. And then the 5th and the last point is never trust a partner that says he loves you more than God. Some people actually say it. They can send you a message and say, my God, you're like God in my life. I love you more than God. Hey, don't I say, oh, are you for real? Oh my God, I'm your total priority. Don't be deceived. That statement is very deep. It's so deep. It's not a love poem. Don't fall for it. You need to look out for it. Listen, when a partner loves God more than you, the partner will be sustainably godly towards you. The partner will have godly character towards you. The partner will love you so much. Because listen, a man or a woman who doesn't love God cannot love another man. It's not easy to deal with if another person like you. It's not also easy to deal with flesh. So you cannot honestly use your flesh in responding to flesh if you do not have your flesh submitted to God on a daily basis. So if a partner, your intending spouse, loves you more than God, they are going to be frustrated. Trust me. Even if it starts with a rhyme, it will not end up well at the end of the day. This is not just your partner, even you. You should come to a point where you love God so much more than your partner. Because in doing that, you can relate easily in a better way, even without offense, towards your partner, because you have a solid relationship with God. These are the 5 truths I need every single person to know. If you have more of the truths that you want to share, please feel free to drop it on the comment section. And if you have questions to ask, please feel very free to also drop it on the comment section. I'm rooting out for you, every single person here. And I pray that you find the right person and you stick with the right person. Always remember, who last marry, no be follow. Let me say it again because of my diasporas. Who marries last is not a fool. So there's no need to compete so that what? Complete it. All right, catch you. Bye. Love you.